Hey you guys. So today I am having fun with puzzles. I'm on chess.com. I haven't done enough puzzles in the past. I really think it's something that all of us should be doing because they really do just help you to stretch and open up your vision, make you look at the board, make you consider things that you haven't already considered, and make you literally just stop and not snatch for the first thing that you think of. Look at the whole board, figure out the best approach. When you can take that kind of mentality into your own games, it could be transformative. So I'm working my way up the rating ladder. I'm in custom, and so now we're doing 750 to 1000, and I'm just going to pick 10 puzzles from whatever it offers me, and this is absolutely fascinating. All right, so 750 to 1000. I ought to be able to do these. I ought to be able to do them first time. Now, what we do first is we stop. Sit on your hands if you need to and read the board. Okay, so we have 3 pawns each. All right, black has 3 pawns. Oh, we are black. Okay, we are black. White has 3 pawns. White is ready to castle, but we have a bishop guarding that promotion square. Now, what I'm thinking is this guy's quite close and this guy's quite close, and this guy isn't, and he's going to get snatched off by that guy, but he is there also defending that guy. King can't take this pawn because the bishop's guarding it now. So what I'm thinking is this bishop's guarding this square and this square, so neither of these pawns can move without being captured. However, if we do that and bishop takes, we can push this guy, right? And if this guy moves, we snatch him off. But then can the bishop come here? Hang on. Okay, so this is my thinking. Take there, bishop takes. Push, right? Now, let's say we get another go and push. But this bishop could go here and defend that promotion square, apart from he can't if this bishop is there. So is it kind of the other way around? Could it be this bishop, this pawn pushes forward and we attract that bishop there, and then this pawn goes forward and the bishop can't go on this square? Because this promotion square is a dark square, right? That's the difference. So I don't think this one works. If we go here, takes, there, promotes, we have to take with the bishop, then his bishop comes here, and he's guarding that promotion square, yeah? But this way round, I think it's different. Here, he has to take, because he can't go here, because we take him off. Or can he? There, if he goes there, no, pawn takes. So that's it. And now pawn pushes. Okay. Promotes to a rook, under promotes, that's fine. And there's nothing the bishop can do because that last step is onto a dark square and this bishop can't see it. Whew. Well, that was a toughie for the first one. Okay, so first thing I see is that bishop looks free. Okay. And then the king's in check. The king could go here. Can't go there or there or there. King's in check. We can't take that with... Oh, hang on. No, we can't take that with the queen because the rook's now on this square, yeah? There. And we've won a rook. We've won a bishop. We also have a nice bishop here as well. But these squares are guarded by that knight, and so is this one. Or is that just mate? It's not, because the king can come here. But then we have this, eh? Queen and rook teaming up, can't be captured. Do you see how you have to be ready if you don't see it through to a win, right? Or a success in the puzzle? Look again. And look again is so powerful in the game of chess. Okay. This could be a deflection thing. Could it be a deflection thing? Is it a deflection thing? I mean, if we take the queen, king takes, we win the rook, and then we're at rook up in the ending, right? But he doesn't have to. If we take the queen, pawn takes. There's a lot of permutations here. We go there. King takes knight. Ugh. Nothing gained, right? Take the rook. Queen takes queen. That's not it. Got to do something with the queen, surely. Is that possible? Check. Rook takes. Not really. Rook here. Rook takes, queen takes, no. There, rook takes, there, rook takes, doesn't work. There is a solution. We just have to find it. Okay, now let's think this through. Take the queen, that's the most obvious thing. Pawn takes. Then my knight is on prise. So is my rook. I'm a knight up at this point. All that is would be a trade. Trade, 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 trade. We finish a knight up. There, it's not forcing enough, you see. It doesn't come with check. There we just lose the queen. So it's not a check with it. It's not that. That I'm not convinced by. King doesn't have to capture. Anyway, the queen's defended by the pawn. This rook blocks. Knight takes rook. There. King can't go there or there. Or there. Right? So if here, something must block. Either rook or queen. Okay? So it's not going to be queen. It's going to be the rook. Then we take the rook. Then queen takes, and then knight takes, and we end up with a rook. Oh, that was it. Correct move. You can see how many, how much further I had to look at it. I tell you what, you start taking that level of inquiry into your own positions in your own games, and stop just grabbing at the first thing, the first idea. You'll do so much better. Okay. And I have to take a deep breath at the start of each puzzle. So we've done 3. We're going to try and do 10. Now, knights are looking at each other. Bishop's looking at knight. Knight's looking at this. There's lots of stuff looking at lots of stuff. Now, I also notice the queen's in line with the king. So, if I take that, for example, I've got a fork on rook and queen. And if king recaptures, I have queen here. And the king is almost checkmated. Has to go there, queen there, checkmate. So if I take that, king can't take. Then I win the queen or the rook. Correct. Okay. So this is an X-ray attack. It's almost like a discovery type of thing. Interesting stuff. Okay, let's do another. All right, I have a check. I have a check there is no good because knight and king are guarding it. I have a check with a knight as well. So all of these things must be considered. Now, where can the king not go now? No, no, no. Yes, yes. The king has got 2 squares. Now, if I go knight here, the king doesn't have that square. So can't get there, can't get there. Can't go there. King must go here, right? So if knight here, king, he must go here. Bishop here. And no, 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 no. By Jove, I think I've done it. Let's just double check. Knight here. Okay, check. So we had multiple checks, and I'm going through them in sequence. Right? King can't go here or here because of the bishop. Can't go here or here because of the king. Obviously can't go there because of the pawn, but can't go there anyway. And can't go here because our knight is on this square guarding that square. Therefore the king, he must go here. Right? Now, if knight comes here and king comes here, bishop here, the knight is guarding that and that. The bishop he can't take, guarding that and that, and pawn guards that. Checkmate. Bosh. Good one. Good one. Theme, advanced checkmates, and mate in 2. Yeah, absolutely. Both of them correct. Okay. Right, first thing I see. King's move from here to here. I have a dark square bishop. Potential discovered attack. Now, is this a seesaw? Right, the idea of the seesaw is you move a piece with a discovered attack and the king has to move back. Okay. So let's say I take the pawn. King can't come here, so king has to go there. Then my rook comes back here and the king's in check. Right? So the king has to go back there, and then I grab this with discovered check. And the king comes back here, and then I come back here with check, yeah? This is a seesaw. There, there. Right? And the same. Then king has to go here, then we grab the knight. King has to come back because he's in check by the bishop again, right? Then the rook comes back and checks him again. Then he goes there again, yeah? And then we get the queen. And that is so beautiful. Or windmill. Windmill, is it called windmill? I just called it seesaw. Yeah, but it's beautiful checkmate. It's not a checkmate, it's just a way to win loads and loads and loads and loads of stuff. Right then. Interesting. So pawn's just taken a pawn. And obviously our queen is under attack. Do not panic. That's always the first step. Don't react. We have a bishop on a lovely long diagonal guarding these squares, so there's a pawn guarding those squares. And we're looking for forcing moves. So, for example, sack the rook is a good idea. Well, it's an idea. Also, knight there is an idea. Okay, let's figure out sack the rook, right? Rook goes there, pawn takes, knight takes, queen moves, nothing much happens. I don't think that's it, but I kind of like, oh no, that thing is that pawn takes queen comes with check as well. Me's not so sure about this. Take there, pawn takes queen, we take back. See, my issue is if we can eliminate this pawn and this knight, my bishop, when this knight moves, is guarding those two squares. My rook is guarding this file, but then we've also got this. King can go here. That's not covered. Or is it just simply check, discovered attack on the queen? Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Just overthought it. Okay? And that's, again, one of the things that puzzles teach you. Don't overcomplicate everything. Alright, so the queen has just taken a bishop on there. Threatening this. And we're looking for a forced sequence. So we have a check here. Now, the king, as we know, is guarding all of these squares. So if we do queen here, queen d5, for example, king's in check, right? Now, if the king comes here, then queen to there is mate. Queen here, so the king can't go there. That bad. King has to go in the corner. Queen's here, king's in the corner. We take the rook. And then the only move, I think, is queen to block, because the king can't move. Yeah. There. There. Mate. Boom. 8 down, 2 to go. You rotter. You took my pawn with the discovery. Now this looks like a very kind of common situation. This bishop has got nothing, can't move. So it doesn't involve this bishop, we can forget about him. This bishop is now under attack 3 times. That's not very nice. So we could trade off the bishop, queen recaptures. Is it that simple? So I think this is that simple. And I had this, I had this in a game just now against a 1500 player, where he literally just miscalculated a simple exchange. So what black's thinking here is, aha, now I have 3 attackers on your bishop, which means I win, right? But I can trade my way out of it. I trade, if I capture the bishop, I'm attacking the queen. So something must be done, right? And if queen recaptures, I just get the knight. It's that straightforward. Ooh. Marvellous. 9 out of 9. Boys and girls, we're nearly there. Right, first thing I see. All right, black wasn't check, has moved here. First thing I see, that knight moves, discovered check. Now then I look for, okay, where can this knight go with an immediate threat, right? Not much. He can't reach the queen. He wants to, but he can't. Now if this knight moves somewhere with check, either the rook blocks, in which case that loses because queen can take rook, protected by the knight, because wherever the knight goes, it's still guarding that square where it just came from. Or the queen can block, which loses. Okay. Now, let's say I go here, double check. There's no blocking a double check, right? Especially because this one is checked by a knight, so this one is checked by a queen, right? Checked by a knight can't be blocked, and you can't block 2 checks at once in a way. So, if I go here, double check, the king has to move in the corner. Oh, this is a beauty. This is a beauty. There's a classic Morphy game that uses this. I think this is a smothered mate. I think it's this. Knight h6 double check. Right? Can't be blocked, so the king has to go in the corner. Then queen g8. Queen sacrifice with check, because the king's on here, queen's on here. Rook must take, and then the rook is on that square and the king's in the corner, right? And then the knight comes back to this square and it's a smothered mate. Queen there. Oh. Thank you. Puzzle number 10. Thing of beauty. I love this checkmating pattern. I don't know if I've ever played it in a game, but by golly, I'd love to have this opportunity and spot it, and then I would get to be king. Oh, that is wonderful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful puzzle. Thank you chess.com for these wonderful puzzles. I've been enjoying myself immensely. Hope you've been enjoying it too. I don't know if this is a sub 1000 puzzle though. I really don't think so. I think you'd have to be a bit higher rated than that. But yes, definitely a smothered mate and a double check puzzle. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So I hope that with this series I've been inspiring you to dive into puzzles, but do it for fun. Don't worry about your rating. Please forget about your puzzle rating. Do it for fun. You will get better, right? And chess is a game after all. It should be enjoyable. All right, guys, so hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.